In today's video, I'm going to be sharing how women act around attractive men and what it actually means. So, you guys don't need to second guess or question yourself when it comes to the women in your life. And here's the thing. Women respond to a man's attractiveness actually through her body language first, before her mind has time to catch up. But not to worry, because we are going to go over all of the key signals you should be paying attention to and what they actually mean. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus taught, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." And when it comes to attraction, how a woman reacts to your presence is telling you everything you need to know. Her body reacts before her mind can filter it, and that reaction is the truth. So, let's get into today's video. The first sign a woman will show to a man she's attracted to is her focus. Her attention becomes locked in on you. And this naturally happens when a woman perceives a man in a higher status or a higher value way than she would just the typical guy she's not interested in and not attracted to. Her mind not only becomes hyper-focused on her own self-perception, but also looking for a way to pick up if maybe you're interested in her. Whether that's you picking up on the eye contact she's giving or you suggesting some sort of interest through body language. These are subtle things women pay attention to when she's analyzing, does she have a shot with you? Because when we are genuinely interested in getting to know someone, and that applies to how attractive you are and how she perceives your value in that moment, her attention is naturally going to change whether we like it or not. Our brain is always going to be filtering information based on the reactions we have to the things outside of ourselves. The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." And when a woman encounters a man she finds attractive, her thoughts are colored by curiosity, interest, and a desire to know more. And that colors her actions, her attention, and her focus. The moment a woman encounters a man she actually sees as highly attractive, her brain will instantly start assigning more value to you. And a response to that is her making sure she's perceived in the highest value she can be. So maybe you see her posture change. She's more upright. Maybe she's giving you more flirty signals like playing with her hair, giving you that subtle eye contact from across the room. If this happens more than twice, chances are she's just focused in on how you may be perceiving her. The attraction she has for you narrows her attention. It's almost like she gets tunnel vision on what you're doing. She wants to see, do you have a girlfriend in the same room? She wants to see if you're friendly with other women. And honestly, how you show up in the environment will dictate how attractive she sees you. If you're on your phone looking down, or perhaps your posture is showcasing you don't want to be there to begin with, that sends a signal of disinterest and low energy. And that's why we pick up on the small things a man does, especially when we're attracted to him, because it will naturally give women more information about you and your availability. So a great way to pick up on how attractive she sees you is actually how many times does her eyes come back to you, because she'll only do that to a man she truly finds attractive. It's not a conscious decision. It's an instinct. Her eyes are drawn to you the way a compass is drawn to north. She can't help it. And if you notice her gaze returning to you again and again, even when she's talking to someone else, even when she's doing something else, that's not a coincidence. That's attraction. That's her brain telling her body, look at him, pay attention to him, he matters. And the more you see that, the more you can be confident that she's interested. Seneca wrote, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence on the future." When a woman's attention is locked on you, she is not thinking about the future. She is not thinking about what comes next. She is simply present, drawn to you. And that presence is what creates connection. Sign number 2 is something you need to pay attention to because it is highly relevant to how attractive she perceives you. And that's based on how does her facial expressions mirror to you that she's interested or not. Whether you guys have spoken before or you guys are just strangers from across the room, women almost always will become more expressive through how she's showcasing that interest, through what her face is actually doing in response to seeing you. And one of the clearest ways that a woman will show that she's not interested and therefore not attracted is her face will avoid any sort of eye contact with you, and her facial expressions won't alter even if she did see you from across the room or you guys have spoke. She's very neutral, which is showing you the truth through her body language, because these are things that can happen in an instant. When she sees you walk into a room or you guys are just engaging in conversation, you are going to see her face become more expressive. There will be more smiling. Her pupils will naturally dilate because her emotions are invested in you, and therefore her mind doesn't get the chance to come between what she's feeling towards you. So really, men pay attention to how her face lights up when you're talking, when she sees you, when you walk into the room. Because women who do find you attractive will use their face almost to flirt with you, to show you signs of that positive engagement, whether your speaking or your presence alone altered the energy that she's feeling in that very moment. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts, and when a woman's thoughts are colored by attraction, her face reflects that. Her eyes soften, her smile becomes more genuine, her whole expression becomes more open and inviting. You can see it in the way her eyebrows raise slightly when she sees you, in the way her head tilts when she listens to you, in the way her lips part just slightly when she's about to speak to you. These are not things she can control. They are the natural expression of her internal state. And if you learn to read them, you will never have to guess whether she's interested. Her face will tell you. And one thing I've noticed after years of creating content for men, that most guys are fixated on understanding women so they get better chances with women, but perhaps don't focus on becoming the man that women will naturally respond to in a more attractive, positive way. And that's exactly what has led me to creating my school community that will go live July 1st. And this community is not your typical dating community where you're learning all the tactics, all the pickup lines, everything you need to do and what you need to be. Instead, we're going to be going about it in a way that will give you lasting results because of the type of man you are inside of yourself. It's a place for men to come together and put that investment back into you. So the results you're getting in your life are coming from a genuine place and are long-lasting. Inside will be a library of courses that are designed to help you not only become your most attractive self. I will also be hosting live Q&As and opportunities for the men on my channel to connect with me on a deeper level. This is not the place for men to learn how to become the best man for a woman, but to be the best man for yourself so women see your value naturally. So, if you're ready to hold yourself to a new standard and truthfully transform not only your attraction, but your life to receive the opportunities you are desiring, then I highly recommend you commenting down below yes, so I know you're interested. Now, the third and final sign I will be sharing with you has everything to do with her tone of voice. And this is something not a lot of men notice because when you guys are communicating, you could be under the impression that that's just her tone of voice. That's how she speaks to everyone. But that's not always the case. And the research on how people respond to someone who is attractive will often alter vocal patterns and the tone of their voice based on how attractive they are perceiving that person. And when it comes to women perceiving men in that way, we are wanting to come across more feminine. So women may start to use a slightly softer tone of voice with you. And the way she responds to you in conversation is highly expressive and is also showing greater vocal variation. Her voice will naturally alter due to the emotional state she is in when she's around you. And another reason to why a woman's voice can change, because the interaction she's in with you matters to her. And it's also a way women are trying to flirt with you. When a woman showcases that more feminine side to her voice, very soft, playful, flirty, it's not super overpowering or she's not trying to dominate the conversation. And the way she approaches conversation is not going to be very masculine. It may even show subtle signs of submission, but not in the ways you think. More so, her giving you the opportunity to talk more because that will naturally make you feel a certain way around her. Epictetus taught, "No great thing is created suddenly." And the way a woman's voice changes around you is not something she plans. It is an instinctive response to her attraction. She doesn't decide to make her voice softer. It just happens. She doesn't plan to be more playful. It emerges naturally. And that naturalness is what makes it so powerful. Because it's real. It's genuine. It's the truth of how she feels. And when you hear that shift in her voice, you can be confident that she's interested. Not because you're looking for signs, but because her body is telling you the truth. Now, let's go deeper into each of these signs because there is so much more to understand. When it comes to the first sign, her focus and attention, you need to understand that this is not just about her looking at you. It's about the quality of that attention. Is she looking at you with curiosity? Is she looking at you with desire? Is she looking at you with desire? Or is she just looking at you because you're in her line of sight? There is a difference. And that difference is everything. When a woman is truly attracted to you, her attention is not casual. It's intense. It's focused. It's almost like she's studying you, trying to understand you, trying to figure you out. She wants to know who you are. She wants to know what you're thinking. She wants to know if you're as interesting as she hopes you are. And that kind of attention is not something she gives to every man. It's reserved for the ones who stand out, the ones who catch her eye, the ones who make her feel something. So, if you notice a woman's attention on you, and it feels different from the way other people look at you, pay attention. That difference is the signal. That difference is the invitation. Seneca wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. And one of the greatest wastes is the time we spend ignoring the signals that are right in front of us. When a woman's attention is on you, it is a gift. It is an opportunity. And if you ignore it, you are wasting something precious." Now, when it comes to her facial expressions, you need to understand that her face is a window into her soul, and if you learn to read it, you will never be confused again. The key is to look for congruence. Does her face match her words? If she says she's happy to see you, does her face look happy? If she says she's interested, does her face look interested? Or is there a disconnect? Is there a gap between what she says and what her face shows? Because that gap is the truth. When a woman is truly attracted to you, her face will not lie. It will show you exactly how she feels. Her smile will reach her eyes. Her cheeks will flush slightly. Her pupils will dilate. These are things she cannot fake. These are things she cannot control. They are the truth of her attraction. And if you learn to see them, you will never have to guess whether she's interested. Her face will tell you. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." And when a woman's thoughts are colored by attraction, her face is the canvas. Everything she feels is written there. And all you have to do is learn to read it. And finally, her tone of voice. This is perhaps the most subtle sign, but it is also one of the most reliable. Because most men don't pay attention to it. They are too focused on the words. But the words are only a small part of the communication. The tone, the pitch, the rhythm, the inflection. These are what carry the emotional content. And when a woman is attracted to you, her voice will change. It will become softer, more melodic, more playful. She will laugh more easily. She will tease you. She will find ways to keep the conversation going. And she will do all of this without even realizing it. It's not a strategy. It's not a tactic. It's simply the natural expression of her attraction. And if you pay attention, you will hear it. You will hear the difference between how she speaks to you and how she speaks to others. And that difference is the confirmation you've been looking for. Epictetus taught, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." And when you hear that shift in her voice, how you react matters. If you ignore it, you miss the opportunity. If you acknowledge it, you create connection. And that connection is the foundation of everything that follows. I really hope in today's video I could give you these clear signs to pay attention to that maybe you've overlooked in the past. And the more you see a woman respond in this way, it's usually her signaling to you that she's interested and perhaps wants you to make the first move. So, if you guys enjoyed today's video and you learned something new, please give this video a like, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future content from me, and I will see you in my next one. Bye. And remember, these signs are not just about recognizing attraction. They are about recognizing opportunity. When a woman shows you these signs, she is giving you permission. She is inviting you to step forward, to engage, to connect. And if you hesitate, if you second-guess yourself, if you let fear hold you back, you will miss that opportunity. And it may not come again. Because women don't wait forever. They will put themselves out there. They will signal their interest. But if you don't respond, they will move on. They will assume you are not interested. They will assume you don't see them. And they will redirect their attention to someone who does. So, when you see these signs, don't overthink them. Don't analyze them to death. Just act. Just step forward. Just engage. Because that is what she is waiting for. That is what she is hoping for. And if you can give that to her, you will create something real. You will create something meaningful. And you will never have to guess again whether a woman is interested. You will know. Her body will tell you. Her face will tell you. Her voice will tell you. And all you have to do is listen. So, listen. Pay attention. And when you see the signs, act, because that is how connection is made. That is how attraction is built. And that is how lasting relationships are formed. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." And when you realize that you have the power to recognize attraction and the strength to act on it, you will find that the opportunities you have been looking for have been there all along. You just needed to see them. Now you do. So, go out there and use what you've learned. Go out there and connect. Go out there and be the man that women naturally respond to, because that man is already inside you. You just needed to be reminded.